Everyone, it's Willette with Urbex and Coasters, and today I'm at Griffith Park, where there is currently a zoo here, but I am at the old zoo to explore some abandoned structures that are still here from it. So let's take a look. This does appear to be a zoo path. And when we get up to here, you can see that there's a lot of structures like this. This may just be for a creek, but you know, it's interesting to see all this. So, we've got more of this stuff. And then we've got this. Not much yet, but, you know, when we got up to where the marker for the old zoo is, I suspect we'll see more. And by the way, what you see here is black mustard. This is invasive, so it's problematic, but it's also edible. Here's a look at the road that is closed off to cars, that I imagine would have been the road that you would have driven on to get up to the zoo. That may be a zoo fence up there. I mean, these fences may be part of the zoo in general. I think we go left here. But actually, if we go right, there's some interesting stuff we see. So I'll take a look at the map and you'll know which way I went. It is a loop. We are starting with the lower zoo trail here. And as you can see, it doesn't list the lower old zoo loop, but those structures to control water get more extreme as things get steeper here. I'm guessing these were dams. Glad I checked Google Maps. I actually did make a wrong turn there, but you know, those things are cool structures. So we're going to start with the upper zoo loop anyway. A shot of that fence from above, that was a part of the zoo here. That's pretty spectacular up there, not gonna lie. I know it doesn't necessarily look it on camera, but you know, those cliff sides are really spectacular up there. So yeah, I'll let you have a look at that. Here's a look at more of those dams. You can see the way in which these things come up. And there is a view of LA out there. Some of it is obstructed by trees, so I'll see if we can bring it over to here. Here's a more unobstructed view of LA. So, I mean, the upper zoo trail, as you can see from the stuff that I showed, it is a good nature walk, but I didn't see a whole lot in terms of remnants of the former zoo. But I have a feeling that there's going to be more on the lower zoo trail when we do that. And if I was going to do the whole loop, I'm glad that I did the upper trail first, because this one had some significant elevation to it, and then I have an easy path back to my car if I do the lower trail heading back. So yeah, so we've got this intersection here. Lower Zoo Trail is down there, and that's the way we're going. Looks like we've got a trough for water to go down here. Not zoo remnants, but you know, it's cool to see. And also, again, these things are edible. Just because this fence is here does not mean it's going to prevent you from taking a 30-meter plunge, or however long that is, into that ravine. That's a cool rock formation. Given that we've gotten a sliding gate here, I'm pretty confident we are entering the zoo now. You can totally tell I'm neurodiverse from this video, can't you? Perhaps a more dangerous plunge down that 30 meters. And we've got our first actual undeniable remnant of the zoo. Took a pretty long time to get to here, but you know, we made it to an undeniable remnant of the zoo right here. So, like Candle Cove, you have to go inside. And yes, there is enough clearance for me in here. It's a low ceiling, but the clearance is there. As you can see, they could use this to trap the animal. And this looks like it might be the end of the zoo. Actually, wait, there is stuff above here, so like, even if this might be the end of the zoo, you can check above this thing. Looks like there's more enclosures back here. I stand corrected. That is not where the marker for the zoo is on Google Maps, but you know, it's clearly a remnant of it. So we're going to go further down and we'll go to the location that has the old LA Zoo. More pavement, roads from the zoo. And we've got a structure behind this fence and it's easy to access. You can see they've got the old fence foundation here, and then there's the fence that we are walking along. Pretty sure that is the old fence down there. More fence posts. And now we take a look at this. So we've got a set of stairs in there. Go down to there. You have to go inside. Before we do, this is one of the smaller rooms here. Now back to here. Got to be careful of that entrance. Some would call this not advisable. But you know what? I don't give a shit. Gotta be careful with this. I'm using the wall as like a handrail. Got another one of these structures here. Looks like it's identical to the other one, so ow, ow, ow. So I don't see a need to explore another one of these as, whoa. Yeah, this is just another staircase. You know, it's all the same construction. I don't feel a need to go down another one, especially after I just stubbed my toe back there. This one's a little different. It is just another staircase, but you know, we do have this thing up here that at first I thought was a fracking well. And then you've got that fence down there. So there's that. That door does not open. And as you can see, there are a few areas fenced off in there. And then got inside here. And whoa, you can see this side is a bit more designed for people to use, but clearly structures from the zoo. Yeah, some of these enclosures are really small, so you know, it's a good thing they moved the thing. But you know, and like these are larger enclosures here. Ooh, there's some Disney history here, so you know, for theme park nerds, that's definitely going to be of interest. As a fair warning, my battery is dead and my phone's at 10%, but here are some more structures of the zoo. Echo. Got a bunch of enclosures like this. They're all pretty similar, so, you know, I'm not gonna catch all of them because of my phone's low battery. Plus, I don't like to get people in my videos, but yeah, these are cool. And here's a more clear shot of the creek. Got that well. Let's see how deep we can see in it. Look at that. Guess that's the kind of wildlife you'd see at a zoo in a life after people.